when his nose smashed against the door of not his mighty establishment, but that of his neighbors, the Patels. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit Uncle. Thank you for doing the honors, and thank you for reading that absolutely wonderful 2 passages actually from the book. Congratulations, Shweta. It truly reads so well, but that also has something to do with your illustrious father. I'm going to actually now turn the spotlight on Shweta and actually get her to do some talking about her journey, how it all happened. And for that, I would like to invite critic, a filmmaker, and an author himself, the very prolific Raja Sen.
Shweta, one thing about you that everyone seems to know is that you read a lot. Words mean a lot to you. And so your first book, you're someone who does many things. You've been a columnist. You've just launched a fashion label. Your first book, how momentous is this occasion for you?
Is it? Extremely, extremely momentous. I can hardly believe it.
There are pros and cons of having your parents on stage with you. You've dedicated Paradise Towers to your grandfathers.
Yes.
To the poet Jaya Bachchan and to the journalist Kumar.
That's right.
Could you tell us a little more about how these illustrious writers shaped you as a reader and as a writer?
So Raja, while growing up, we were always surrounded by literature. We were encouraged to read, not just by my grandfather, but also my grandmother. And there was always a huge influence of storytelling. Every night before we went to bed, my grandparents lived with us, and my brother and me would go to our dadi's room, and we would spend an hour there, and she would tell us stories, orally, of course. And we would be fascinated and ask for more, and she would continue to tell us stories till it was time to get to bed. And we grew up with a very strong influence of that. So it was a lot about storytelling. My grandfather on every birthday wrote us a poem to each of his 6 grandchildren on their separate birthdays as a gift. And my Nana was very passionate and opinionated, about issues that were close to his heart. He was a very liberated man, and he always encouraged women to, go out there and do something and make something of their lives, as he did with his 3 daughters. So I think it's a mix of both of these things. Nana wrote mainly in Bengali, and I don't read it or write it, unfortunately, so I haven't been able to read his stuff. But they were always furiously scribbling away, both of them, whenever I visited them. My Dadaji every day, and Nana whenever we went over to meet him in Bhopal. So I think that left a huge impact in my mind. And that's why they are the people who I would dedicate my books to.
And where did the storytelling bug bite you? Do you remember the first thing you wrote?
The first things I actually remember writing were get well soon cards to my father when he was recuperating after his accident on the sets of Coolie. We weren't allowed to visit him, but every Friday we would sit down and make cards. So we would write him little reassuring cards, telling him that don't worry, we're fine, we're studying hard, and get well soon and come home soon. So that's the first thing I remember writing.
And the idea of storytelling, just getting into the fact that, did you enjoy writing from that point on?
I've always enjoyed writing, but for myself, it's very daunting writing for others. You always like what you write. You can't say that about other people. And I was always...
Okay. And have you been nervous about how people are reacting to the book? Are you surprised by their reactions?
I am very nervous, and I probably will be surprised.
Right. Before we open it up to questions, I just want to bring it back to the idea of the Paradise Towers movie. We are, we are in Bombay. We have everyone here. And I just want to see, do you picture some of these people as actors? While writing about them, did you visualize anyone like that?
No.
No. And do you think this is going to be more a Zoya Akhtar movie or more a Karan Johar movie? Let me put you on the spot.
I don't want to get into trouble. It's going to be crossover.
Okay. Point noted. All right, let me take some questions from the audience. No, everyone's scared of going first. Yes,
everybody feels shy to ask questions, so I just think I have to offer it. So, Shweta, you say you're nervous, but you are doing very well. And we would like you to look at us also and answer, and not just look at Raja Sen, because we are feeling jealous. So, you said that you're feeling nervous, but there must be other things also that you're feeling at the moment. What was your first thought when you woke up this morning?
I was just nervous. I couldn't think.
And what did your mother say when she read the book?
Should we hand the mic over to her?
Yes, please. No, give the phone to her.
No, you. She said pretty much what everyone said is, how do you know the world of a building so well? You've never lived in one. And she found it very visual. She found it uplifting, and she said that we're living in such troubled times, and it's nice to read a fresh, happy book like this, right?
And what did Dad say?
He's making his way through the book. No, he's making his way through some of the pages.
I've read portions of the book. What actually interested me and surprised me was the very minute details in describing something very ordinary. And I just love that. As she said while she was talking to Raja, that she found something extraordinary in even the littlest of moments. But how well to be able to design that in words, that was very fascinating for me.
Right. I've been informed that we're running out of time here. But, Shweta is going to be signing books now, so we're not letting her off the hook just yet. So please get your books and make her sign, interesting individual dedications to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just to wish her good luck. And I'm surprised why she took so long to launch a book. She could do it much earlier also.
Better late than never.
Thank you, Raja, and that was truly a brave attempt to make Shweta to speak. You did well because she went beyond monosyllabic replies. So thank you so much. You did fantastically. Give it up for Raja Sen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And we'd like to thank everyone at HarperCollins for making this momentous day possible, for actually putting out the book in such a beautiful manner. We'd like to thank Shweta's parents, Amit Uncle and Auntie Jay, for doing the honors, for being on this platform with us and just being the people they are. Thank you so much. And
Hi everyone! क्या आपने योयो टीवी ऐप डाउनलोड किया? नहीं? तो जल्दी जाइए और डाउनलोड कीजिए योयो टीवी ऐप। जी हाँ, जहां आपको मिलेगा न्यूज एंड एंटरटेनमेंट मसाला। जी हाँ, तो जल्दी जाइए और डाउनलोड कीजिए योयो टीवी ऐप।